You make me feel like I can.
So when was the first time that I started noticing differences between people in terms of ethnicity and race and stuff like that? I'd have to say it was probably like in preschool. So my my parents got married as sophomores in college, and so they didn't have a whole lot of money, and so we were poor for a long time, and so I had to go to a special program called Head Start. Now, granted, I didn't know as a kid that it was a special program, but it was a special program for kids whose parents were poor, and I remember my parents always wanting me to be in classrooms and in classroom settings with people who were a little bit different than we were. And so, and I remember I had a quote-unquote love affair, if you can have a love affair as a you know, a preschooler or whatnot. But there was a young girl who was blonde that was my friend, and I really liked her a lot. And I do remember there being some tension in my family around that and what that meant for our family, and that's when I started noticing that things were a little bit different between people. At the same time, my parents were always reassuring me that I was just as good as anybody else and I was as competent as anyone else. But in the back of my mind, I kept asking myself, why are they reassuring me of this? Isn't this kind of normal, you know? And so as I got older, the world started teaching me some of the rules that it had set up for folks who they think look like me. And so I would say a long time ago that stuff started.